Hello fellow cartoonists. Today another little challenge. See how you feel like doing this. Somebody's asked for a rhino, so I thought I'd turn it into a little safari park. Not the kind of safari park we used to, but a swing and a trampoline. So the trampoline's for the rhino, which is what we'll start with. So just follow me as best you can. I'm going to start with a little N shape on the top. There, that's like the top of the head. They've got quite a long face, a rhino, but this is a cartoon version of one. So hopefully make it a little bit more simple to draw for you. Just extend that line down a bit on that one side, because I've got to fit the horns on in a minute. And then it starts to come out a little bit. So if you can follow that line a little bit, I'm just doing it in parts, because it goes really wide at the bottom of the face, and the eyes really low down as well. But here is the first smaller horn. Okay, make a little line around the bottom to finish it off if you like, and then just past it, as big as you like, we have the second horn, the bigger one. Okay, you just round off the bottom of that as well. So there's the basic shape of the nose with the horns on it. Now, like I say, it's a really wide face that we're doing, so we'll make a nice rounded shape after that horn to about there. And then just below that line at the top, we're going to go around this way, but don't go all the way, don't join them up yet, because it's got like a little lip on, a little funny little shaped top lip. So we're going to carry that round, stop about there, so you've got a nice little gap, and then we'll do this lip that hangs down a little bit. It just makes it look more like a rhino. There, that's all it is. Then you can join that bottom part up, the bottom lip you can join up after you've given it a little smile. You've got a nice big gap there for a nostril. That's like a little tear shape or a raindrop shaped nostril with a nice shadow underneath it. And there's the other one. You can't see much of the other nostril, it's hidden behind the main part of the nose and that horn as well. The eye's really low down, it's there, near that first horn. If you want to put a little eyebrow on there to make it look a bit more cheerful, you can do. And you can make the smile bigger as well if you like. Now for the ears, these are a nice shape. So we start off at the bottom, we go wide and leave a little gap at the top, wide, and then narrow back down to the bottom. Then just put a little point on the top, and that gives you a really nice shape ear. Okay, so wide, from narrow at the bottom to wide, then going narrow again, leave a little gap, then you just put a little point on the top of there. And that's a nice way of drawing those ears. So hopefully you're keeping up okay. It's quite tricky again, it's something different. Now this is the back, this is the, they've got like a little hump on the back. Not much of a neck on a rhino. So there's the hump on the back, and we're going to follow it down, a little dip in the back. And then there's its back end there, that's the lower part. Now round about here, it doesn't matter too accurately where, we've got a line, because it's got a big fold of skin there, and like this armour plating that they've got, and the arm is going to dangle down from there. They're quite thick. If you make it thicker than this, that's fine. But don't make them too thin, because they're quite a chunky sort of animal, aren't they? So there's the arm hanging down, and they've got like little toes at the bottom, but again, make them quite chunky. And add an extra couple of lines there. And here's the front part of the body coming down. There's the other arm just hidden behind that body. There are the toes again. Okay, a nice easy way of drawing this. A rhino on a trampoline, which I haven't seen drawn before, so hopefully we're the first. So there's the back coming down. Another little shape there for this, like the back of its thicker skin. And there's its leg coming down, its back leg. Only make them short, so they don't have to be too long. Just a couple of simple lines like creases for the knee. Same there. Just adding little bits of detail to your cartoon. And the other leg can be right next to it there. And there you've got a rhino in a standing position. Tail, whichever shape you make that line, follow it with another line. And then, a bit like the ear, you've got a little tassel on the end of that tail. And we can add any shading in a minute. But for underneath, we're doing a big oval. This is just like a little trampoline. A big oval like that. And follow it around. Not too important, this is like a little additional bit of our cartoon, because this could be jumping anywhere, it could be just jumping off the ground if you wanted, but if you want to add this little trampoline on, you can do. It's a really simple little shape. There's where the fabric of that trampoline has dipped down a bit, where it's been bouncing, because I would imagine a rhino would cause that to stretch a little bit on that trampoline, and some little movement marks around it. And that is looking an okay rhino. I'm just going to shade in here. You can make it any colour, any shade you want, but again, don't forget, any darker parts, press on a little bit heavier, like those arms in the background and the leg in the background. But you can just have fun colouring that. Just choose a colour, and again, if you're working with pencil, just press on a little bit harder on those little bits and pieces in the background. And leave the eye white, leave the horns white. Of course, you can make them rainbow coloured if you want, that's up to you. So I'm shading this to start with because I'm thinking about what can put in the background, because it's got a little bit of time left. So I'm going to do a really simple slide shape here. There's two straight lines going down to the ground. And the slide sort of goes along, then down, then along again. For the slide shape, again, follow that back up with a line going alongside. And that'll do really for the slide. You notice this drawing's higher up than that trampoline, and that puts it in the background, because otherwise we won't be able to fit this giraffe on if it was on the same level. So you can draw things smaller if they're in the background. I think we've drawn giraffes before, so I'm just going to whiz through this a little bit. But you can have anything on that slide. Have a look through all the workshops we've done before. If there's any creatures you'd like to put on that slide, be interested to see what you come up with. But for now, this is just a really quick giraffe. There's that long neck. And basically a little round body because it's hunched up a little bit. And then it's all legs. There's the hip. That's that long leg ready to come down the slide. And then you're just going to have all the other legs coming down as well, and you can just bunch them all together like that. It'll still look like a giraffe. Just about see full limbs. There's the mane going all the way down. Tail just dangling. Very similar tail to the rhino as well. I think they've got that little tassel on the end for flicking away flies. A lot of sort of animals like this from Africa do have those little tassels on the end of the tails. So there we go. a little safari park in a different sense of the word. And I think the zoos and safari parks are opening, so that's what gave me that idea. So a nice little bit of shading on that little pattern on that giraffe. Again, any colours you like. And there we go. A nice rhino on his trampoline and a giraffe on a slide. So give us a thumbs up if you like it, and let me know is there anything you'd like me to draw, and we'll work on it together, and I look forward to seeing you on the next workshop.